Well, hey everybody, this is Robert, and welcome to the Infectious Disease News Brief. The CDC says hepatitis A rates in the United States have declined by more than 95% since the hepatitis A vaccine first became available in 1995. So to illustrate the decline, we can look at the differences in hepatitis A cases in 1995 and compare them to 2010. In 1995, there was 356,000 estimated new infections, more than 31,000 acute cases, and 135,000 estimated acute cases. Turn the clock forward to 2010, and we see 17,000 estimated new infections, about 1,700 acute infections, and 7,000 estimated new acute infections. So the vaccine has been an unequivocal success. Now, in addition, one dose of the single antigen vaccine for hepatitis A has been shown to control outbreaks of hepatitis A and provides up to 95% seroprotection in healthy individuals for more than a decade. Now, since the hepatitis A outbreaks were first identified in 2016, more than 15,000 cases, 6 out of 10 of them required hospitalization, and 140 fatalities as a result of hepatitis A virus infection have been reported. Now, outbreaks have been reported in 18 states so far, and among the people reporting drug use and or homelessness and their contacts have been the people involved in the outbreak. Now, last spring, Florida started seeing an increase in hepatitis A cases, and last December, Florida state health officials issued a health advisory. Florida saw 549 cases in 2018, much higher than previous years. And during the first quarter of 2019, Florida saw nearly 700 cases already. So we've seen a total of 1,239 cases since the outbreak started. And just in March alone, 265 cases were reported. Now, when you look at the map the Department of Health published on their website, it breaks down the cumulative rate per 100,000 population, and you can see that West and Central Florida counties are the hardest hit. And it looks like Pinellas and Pasco are at the top of that heap. And if you examine the map, it looks like there's more than half the counties in the state have reported outbreak cases. Now, since January last year, the incident rate has been highest among adults ages 30 to 39 years old. And during that same time frame, 2% of the cases were co-infected with chronic hepatitis B, 23% were co-infected with chronic hepatitis C, and 3% were co-infected with both chronic Hep B and Hep C. Of the total, 3/4 have required hospitalization, and 8 fatalities have been reported in Florida so far. Cases likely acquired in Florida share several common risk factors, including drug use, both injection and non-injection, identifying as men who have sex with men, and recently experiencing homelessness. In fact, the most common identified risk factor has been drug use, both non-injection and injection. Now, since January 1st, 2018, 97% of the people with hepatitis A in this outbreak had never received a documented dose of hepatitis A vaccine. Since 2006, hepatitis A vaccine has been recommended for all children at the age of 1 year. Hepatitis A vaccine is also recommended for certain high-risk groups of adults, including illegal drug users, people experiencing homelessness, and men who have sex with men. So clearly Florida is in a battle, right? And I know they're working really hard to get people vaccinated, and we have to wish them luck because it's a big job. So let's be our thoughts with them, and hopefully Florida gets this under control. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time.
And don't forget to check us out at the website, outbreaknewstoday.com, the podcast Outbreak News Interviews, which can be found on the website, on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and Spotify. And the Outbreak News This Week radio show, which is aired Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time in the Tampa Bay area on AM 1380 The Biz, or online streaming at 1380thebiz.com. And check out our social media presence, Facebook at Infectious Disease News, and Twitter at BackDman63. Outbreak News TV is a production of The Global Dispatch. Copyright The Global Dispatch Incorporated, 2019.